gnimsh playing mage on the bottom side and Number Guy playing Paladin on the top. We see the mulligans happening.
Mage.
Yeah, Mech Mage for gnimsh, and he's had a lot of success with that Mech Mage on ladder recently. So have many other players. Mech Mage definitely the aggro deck of choice, I think, right now. Now that the Hunter got nerfed, so probably Mech Mage is going to be the most popular aggro deck going forward after the patch.
Very true. And we're also seeing Mech Mages refrain from using Cogmaster. They were changing into a Mech Rattle Mech Mage, sort of. And now we see Cogmaster is back since the Undertaker nerf.
Yeah,
we also can see that the Paladin is running Zombie Chow and Argus, which makes me believe that it's probably a more tempo-oriented Paladin, rather than the Hillidan that we saw from Savage.
Yeah, we might. This is one of the older Paladin lists that I've seen. The first versions of Paladin used to run like Argus, Zombie Chow, and also maybe Haunted Creeper and Corkhammer. So if that's a version like that, that's going to be actually really good against the Mech Mage, because cards like Corkhammer, cards like Zombie Chow really improve the matchup, and cards like Argus too.
Yeah, as you can see, there was a Cogmaster turn 1 for gnimsh, but he really didn't want to play it because of that Zombie Chow.
Yeah, the Cogmaster is just loses so much value. That's the downside of it. If you're on the draw and you're facing an aggro deck, then Cogmaster is just not good enough often enough.
Does he Peacekeeper this? So he just drew it off the top. He can muster and trade everything into it, but oh, will he?
I guess it's alright. You want to deny the mech because there's the threat of Tinkertown Technician or Goblin Blast Mage. You just want to have those mechs off the board.
Yeah, Blast Mage is a huge threat, especially when you're playing so many tokens. But it's still going to be turn 3 for gnimsh, so would be 2 turns away from Blast Mage.
I mean, my Number Guy only pretty much lost the Zombie Chow to the Spider Tank right now, so it was an okay trade right there, I think.
Yeah, it was 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Paladin has the tempo though.
And now gnimsh in a precarious position. Those 1/1s are pretty threatening.
That Annoyatron is going to be annoying though. And it might open up for a Blast Mage turn next turn, if any mech survives. Thing is, he has to make the decision between Clockwork and Cogmaster right now. If he drops the Cogmaster, he cannot enable his Blast Mage next turn. But if he drops the Clockwork and it survives, the Blast Mage will go off.
The Clockwork, with the board that we see on the board, with the board that we see right now,
yeah, you can clear
Clockwork
everything.
cannot survive, so he has to go for the Cogmaster. Another Zombie Chow drawn. That's really anti-aggro.
That Argus is going to be big.
My shield for Argus.
It's actually huge because...
Oh yes, both those Silverhand recruits will survive.
And clear. You can't really Blast Mage into that, and only next turn with Clockwork. And he probably doesn't run any Flame Strike.
This is the kind of problem that Mech Mage has often enough, because most of the Mech Mage lists don't run any sort of board clear. The only board clear that Mech Mage really has is the Goblin Blast Mage, but that doesn't even guarantee a decent board clear. You really want to be ahead on the board when you're playing Mech Mage to get it, just snowball the game in your favor. Once you're behind, it's really hard to come back.
Just getting insane value for them.
And now the Quartermaster coming in. Oh man.
Jesus.
This belt disaster for gnimsh.
What a landslide. And that's 11, 13, 14 damage.
Yeah, Number Guy knows he doesn't need to fear any sort of work clear, so he can just go for face with all his minions. Not be afraid of that mech. Man, gnimsh just in a terrible spot right now. What is he supposed to do? He can Blast Mage, but what is Blast Mage even going to do for him?
Unless he hits the same guy 3 times and kills one of them.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty useless. We can see that Number Guy is lethal on board, but obviously he's going to kill off one of the 4/3s. True Silver might be lethal, I suppose. Yeah, exactly. If he draws into True Silver, that's lethal. No matter what right now.
Yeah, 2 Clockwork Gnomes just trying to stem the pressure, but it's really hard to get back in the situation. There's also another problem that Mech Mage has is just that Mech Mage doesn't have any heals. So once it gets low enough, once the hero gets low enough, there's no way to get back. There's also only few taunters. Like there's only the gnimsh1, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
any like
And the spare parts.
any weapon that that number guy can draw is just pretty much threaten the health so much.
You can see that gnimsh played the Tinkertown Technician instead of Blast Mage to see if he could fetch like a taunt spare part probably, which he didn't get. So there's no lethal yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah, number guy just trying to play it safe at this moment, I think. Needs to figure out how much damage he wants to deal to the hero and how much damage he wants to deal use for killing minions. Just has to consider if the minions are any threat at all right now. Surely he can just kill one of them with a weapon, I think. The question is, does he want to use up some minion health to deal with those minions? Oh, we've been disconnected. Sorry about that. Some technical